Hey Emily. Okay, basically I don't have your font, so it's defaulting here, which is totally fine. I can see it in your preview, so that's what you're looking at over here. Um, First of all, this looks great. I wouldn't change anything. Okay, now we're gonna close that and take a look at the rest of this. I'm gonna delete it right now just to get it out of the way since it's not a nice script like you had designed, but it's perfect. Leave it alone. I wouldn't change anything. Okay, now back to this. I do like the jagged edge that you put on it. I think that's great. But your logo is a really cool idea, and it's getting totally lost up here. So I'm going to grab that and bring that down. Do something else with it, which will allow us to create a bit more imagery up here. So I'm not going to fool with that. I'll let you do that, but that way you will be able to have an equal size border around the whole thing. You kind of have a couple options here. You could enlarge the bottom border, and I'll go ahead and just move that up right now and do that real quick. That is one good place for this logo. So you can have a thicker border here and move all of that down, or you could just find a way to have that logo in here. I think I lost a black text box somewhere along the way, or black box. Let me add that back in. Okay, now I am imagining that some fonts and stuff are defaulting in this as well. Okay, so we're just going to assume that it's really pretty. And I know you'll make it pretty, but I just want to get it into a decent place and know that you'll fix that. Okay. Now, this is really long, so I would go ahead and stack that information. You've got a lot of all caps going on, and you have like 2 or 3 different fonts of all caps, so that is something that needs to be cleaned up. So maybe this can go down here, then the logo can hang out near it. This text is also, looks like it's been smushed, so let's open up your character palette and see what's going on with this. Yes, okay, it is 100% in height, but only 56% in width, which results in squished text. If you want more narrower text, then you really need to pick a typeface that has a condensed version. Okay, so, and there are several of them. Let me see what I've got. So I'm looking for a condensed serif. And, you know, some are going to have, some may not be the look you want. Also, you can simplify typeface, or not typefaces, phone numbers. You can get rid of the area code stuff. In fact, you don't even have to say phone. It's obvious that it's a phone number. So that's just one quick area that you can save some space. So that's a really tight, condensed typeface. It's definitely bold. I'm not sure that it's the best choice for this, but it's bold. So we're going to use that right now. Just for this example, I'm trying to get the all caps off of the small caps. Okay, there. Maybe a little easier to read when it's larger. Okay, so that kind of thing can stay. This might stay here, possibly. Experience the Civil War. That's a great place to put it, but all caps on italics is not usually a good thing. So that calligraphy typeface really is not looking its best, because not only has it been smushed to 31%, but it also, in all caps, just is not readable. So what we need to do is change this so it's not all caps. Which means I think I have to retype it because it seems to be stuck on all caps. Let's try that one more time. Yeah. to be all caps. So there. And then let's go ahead and make it 100 again so we can see what we're actually working with. This is not my favorite script. People use it all the time, but it just looks kind of dated to me. There's so many wonderful script choices, like, well, pretty much, Caslon. I'm going to use Caslon because you probably have that on your machine too. I love Centaur, but it's a little harder to find. I'll show it to you. Not the bold version though. It's just a really great clean typeface. But we'll just do Caslon right now for the sake of the argument because it's something that you'll definitely have on your machine. And you can do things like the word "the" could be in italics, something like that. Now, I know you were trying to make this really, really bold and stand out because it was a headline. Right now it is not all fitting in the white smoke. So we'll see what we can do about that. I appreciate that you wanted to put it in the smoke because it was very readable, and it's just an area of the photo that has movement. The only problem with it is that it's just all the way over here. I actually think that it is stronger when it's given more prominence across the page. I don't think you have to worry about bleeding in the background or anything because it is just so large. I may have done this on your other one, but I've duplicated this and I'm going to make a white version of it and see how that looks drop down on top. I do that a lot. I'm not a huge fan of totally putting a stroke around something, but I'll just use a slight shadow, not a drop shadow, but just a duplicate layer of black underneath just to help it pop off the page a little bit. So this one, if you wanted to leave the typeface you chose, that's fine. Again, I thought it was a little decorative for its use, but that's fine if you want to do that. And this is a good place for it down here at the bottom. So I hope those things have helped you, and really you've got minimal changes and you can wrap this up. Thank you.